set sail on a voyage over the watery expanse, following in the footsteps of Jesus Christ, as described by Neville Goddard. Sacred writings reveal themselves to those who tap into their imaginative powers, thereby rising above moral limitations. Our inner selves, comprising both heart and spirit, serve as the sacred vessels through which we connect with the divine. In essence, each of us embodies a spark of divinity, shaped by our collective consciousness. We inhabit this divine space, much like Jesus did during his lifetime. As Ted Kennedy eloquently stated, inspired by George Bernard Shaw, some people observe the world around them and ask why, while visionaries dare to envision what could be and query why not. Embracing our earthly lives as divine acts enables us to unlock boundless potential. Neglecting the purpose of our existence stifles the very force that brought us here, amounting to a grave offense against the Holy Spirit. Doubt, too, undermines the immense power of human creativity, constituting a grievous sin against the same divine force. Therefore, let us never limit the scope of our dreams, instead viewing everything as possible and navigating the waters with steadfast faith. The sea metaphorically represents our recognition of life as a psychological drama unfolding within our minds. Once we stop attributing blame for our struggles and begin shaping our emotions as if our goals have already come to pass, we embark upon our oceanic journey. Through vivid imagining, mental constructs transform into psychological realities, eventually taking root in our spirits. Maintaining this belief system propels us forward toward fulfilling our most profound aspirations. To illustrate these principles in action, allow me to share a few examples provided by a dear friend. Recently, he observed a colleague lamenting the scarcity of exceptional men, dismissing them all as indistinguishable. However, 6 weeks ago, while returning home from work, my friend consciously altered her narrative. He envisioned her praising a wonderful man, describing delightful moments shared together. Considering her despair, he decided to rewrite her story again. Just recently, she eagerly shared stories about the incredible gentleman she's now dating. Indeed, he seems quite impressive, judging by her radiant joy. In another instance, my friend recalled how a coworker asked him to prepare a report for a particular client. After gathering all relevant materials and placing them in a folder amidst other tasks, he received unexpected news on a Friday afternoon. His coworker declared, "My client wants a meeting next Monday at your office." Realizing the urgent need to complete the new report, my friend mentally prepared himself for success. Visualizing the task completed, he approached the typewriter and effortlessly produced a flawless document, impressing his coworker. Upon reviewing the finished product, his colleague wholeheartedly agreed, stating, "This is perfect, precisely as my friend had foreseen." Once we fully trust in the ability of our imagination to mold reality, such accounts become commonplace. Understanding that our thoughts create our circumstances eliminates any sense of amazement. Challenging situations may arise due to preconceptions, and without active imagination, they would not exist. By crafting our personal narratives, disrupting habitual patterns, and writing our preferred scripts, we effectively navigate the waters, envisioning the reality we desire, which then materializes in our lives. My friend concluded his letter by reflecting on a recent experience. Last Sunday, while planting summer blooms with his wife and youngest son, he realized he was living out a dream he'd had the previous winter. Initially dismissing the dream as symbolic, he failed to grasp its significance. Now, the connection between the uncontrollable nocturnal vision and the deliberate act of planting flowers intrigues him. Every life event carries deeper meaning than its physical manifestation. The flowers symbolize the fruition of seeds sown in winter, a time often perceived as barren. By planting seeds that sprout not only in the dream world but also in the spiritual realm, we all contribute to a greater whole. I invite you to harness your imagination and embark on this watery journey. Plant the seed of your desire deep within your soul, allowing it to take root in the physical world. Even if the fruition remains unseen, trust in its occurrence, for it will manifest, whether desired or not. To declare something impossible is to fail the Holy Spirit, for God resides within our marvelous human imagination, capable of reaching beyond any perceived limitations. When we communicate, even if our words are denied or deemed improbable, it is essential to envision the expressed concept to comprehend its meaning fully. Otherwise, we risk engaging in fruitless discourse, especially when confronted with unfamiliar languages or concepts beyond our understanding, as Paul wisely noted. Speaking 5 words of clarity holds greater value than uttering 10,000 that confuse or obscure. Embrace your imaginative powers without hesitation, believing in your ability to achieve great things. Doubt weakens the Holy Spirit, while faith strengthens it. God's power knows no bounds, enabling us to manifest anything within our hearts, regardless of our origins, whether black, blonde, oriental, Christian, or otherwise. When divine potential merges with human consciousness, unity arises, elevating individuals to the supernatural realm, recognized as uniquely begotten sons of God, like David. Direct your imagination toward kindness and love, rendering all desires achievable. Our human capacity for creativity bridges the gap between mortality and divinity, allowing us to integrate with the divine entity known as Jesus. With faith as our guide, we can manifest our dreams in the physical realm, transforming them into tangible realities. Follow my friend's example, visualizing your goals as already accomplished, and watch as they materialize before your eyes. You hold the power to shape your existence, for others merely reflect aspects of yourself. Embody every character in this narrative called life, challenging yourself to imagine the finest job, enhanced relationships, new vehicles, and homes. Avoid dissecting your desires or questioning their validity, for doing so will only uncover reasons to retreat. Instead, embrace your creative potential and sail forth across the waters, guided by faith and fueled by the boundless power of your own magnificent human imagination. At certain points in everyone's journey, they fall prey to temptation, committing transgressions such as stealing, coveting, and flattering. Even one's identity originates from external sources. Guilt weighs heavy on each soul. Obsessively analyzing past misdeeds or lost chances wastes energy better spent elsewhere. Picture a vast field where both wheat and weeds flourish, since creativity breeds actualization. Therefore, focus on fostering benevolent acts, benefiting not just oneself but also neighbors, friends, and descendants. Delight in seeing happiness spread far and wide. Take pride in accomplishments, for satisfaction evades those who fail to acknowledge their achievements. Gratitude blossoms once self-awareness meets fruition. Harness thought's boundless potential by constantly visualizing aspirations, thus charting a course forward despite adversities. Every evening, contemplate the day's events, ensuring alignment with personal goals, mirroring Jesus Christ's teachings. Genesis recounts Jacob unearthing a well by shifting a rock, revealing water for his herd, then restoring the site to its former state. In the New Testament, Jesus transformed water into wine during his first public miracle using stone containers. Such stories stretch our comprehension, yet I strive to decipher these allegories spiritually. Perceive the office worker discovering newfound affection, echoing my friend's dream of blossoming flowers, illustrative of sowing and reaping principles. Envision imagination as a wellspring. By removing mental barriers, one accesses latent realities, reshaping them according to desire. Like liquid filling various vessels, molded forms depend on initial conditions. By mentally displacing hindrances, one shapes circumstances favorably. Each day presents opportunities to navigate life's complexities. Utilizing imagination compassionately towards others bridges gaps, recognizing unity instead of separation. Misguided souls may perceive familial curses, oblivious to imagination's influence over reality. Anger and revenge fester unchecked, potentially solidifying destructive paths. Divine providence facilitates growth beyond earthly limitations, yet skeptics underestimate God's infinite capabilities. Rebirth promises transformation, fulfilled via imagination's power. Flesh-born beings transcend physically, assuming spiritual identities linked to divinity. Nurturing this inner spark ignites latent potential, guiding humanity toward enlightenment. Embodying the divine archetype, I share insights, inspiring faith and urging exploration of this truth in everyday life. No prayers or pleas are necessary, for all solutions dwell within human consciousness, awaiting tangible expression. We are inherently divine, created equal, devoid of external profanity. Trust leads to revelation, often subtle yet profoundly impactful. Everyone matters, serving unique functions within the divine order. Patience ensures optimal timing, whether immediate or delayed. Unity prevails, irrespective of individual roles. Manifest dreams by believing in imagined futures, rendering them plausible. Vividly imagine ideals, immersing oneself until tangibility emerges. Persist, expanding visions, empowering others similarly. Acknowledge innate divinity, eliminating envy. Realize that perceived superior lives merely mirror aspects of oneself. Confront adverse situations head-on, rejecting them as immutable facts. Alternatively, explore preferred alternatives, focusing energies accordingly. Conviction births creation. Envision scenarios filled with positivity, radiating warmth despite hardships. Faith fuels transformation, converting negativity into light.